I apologize for any wind noise, but I don't have time to get out my external microphone. This natural wonder here, where every inch is covered with spray paint and is slippery because it's wet right now. The spray paint makes it wet, so it makes it slippery, so I'm not going to get any closer to the edge. This is Highrock. And just like the Highrock in Needham, it is covered in paint and is an obvious high school party place. And I guess that's what happens when you have natural sites that you can drive right up to. In any case, I figure today will be a good day to reflect on the many ways that my life has been changed by being a part of Highrock Church. But I'll do that later because it is only 7:15 in the morning. I got out of camp at 6:30 a.m. because it is supposed to thunder shower starting around 9, and I want to get out of the off the ridge and down a little bit lower. So I'll probably have some time to reflect later and share my reflections later. Well, believe it or not, it's 11:52 in the morning. I made 10 miles to here at Deer Lick Shelter, trying to beat the rainstorm. Looks like I'm going to be sitting here for a while because it's pretty dark and stormy. Well, this is one of the nicer shelters. Apparently there's two caretakers who really make this place nice. So there's the AT is right there, so you don't have to go very far. There's a fire pit in the middle there, and there's two shelters with a picnic table in between them. Each shelter seats would take 4 or 5 people, and it's got a raised wood area in front with a fire pit, which is lovely because it helps you prevent getting mud inside. And then another nice thing is they put these little metal pads here, and that allows you to cook without the danger of, like say, spilling your alcohol and catching fire to the table. There's a little picnic area up there as well with even a flower in a vase. Look at that. There's clotheslines in back. And second shelter, and you'll notice this one's labeled snoring. And this one's labeled non-snoring. Yeah, I'm sure that works. All right. So I have chosen not to stay in the shelters. Look, I'm in a tenting area. And here it says hammocks over here. I've been a bad boy. I set up in a tenting area rather than a hammock area. Looks like I'm supposed to go over here. I'll see about moving. Maybe I'll just stay. We'll see. And maybe I'll move. I'll show you how I have my hammock set up. And by the way, I did manage to dodge most of the rain, and the thunderstorm has now passed, and we're even getting some sunshine. I've got my hammock set up over here with my tarp in porch mode. I'm all set up. I really don't want to move it, but maybe I should, especially if other people start showing up and need the tenting spots. All right, looks like I better move my setup. All right, this might be a little weird just because I'm sort of at the tail end of a afternoon nap in my hammock. I'm about to get up for dinner, but I thought I'd share a little bit of what I've been reflecting on today. My wife and I moved out to Boston in 1998, and we had no idea what we were doing. We came out to be part of something called Beacon Community Church, and in many ways, Highrock became everything that we had hoped Beacon would be. But Beacon didn't end up becoming that for us, although we made some, a lot of great friends. But I came out to a team of people in 98. We came out to a team of people in 98. And by 2003, I was a solo pastor of a church plant, and that was rough. And then in 2006, my wife, we had two diagnoses in our family. One was our youngest daughter was diagnosed with severe autism, or just with autism, which turned out to be severe. And my wife Amy was diagnosed with a mutation that caused the cancer that killed her mom, her mom's dad, and her mom's sister. And so that began a medical journey with having her stomach removed, 3 emergency surgeries, double mastectomy, on and on. And then by 2008, my brother Eugene passed away, and he had been such an incredible help to us. I found him in his apartment on Christmas of 2008. And then by 2010 and 11, pretty much Beacon was done. I was out of a job, and I was pretty much ready to exit ministry. But someone, an old associate from Beacon who is now part of Highrock, asked if we wanted to, or if I would be interested in a young adults pastor position at Highrock. And I said, sure, have throw my name in the hat. And that's how we ended up at Highrock at a time when we were, in many ways, as a family, as a couple, me as an individual, were kind of at the end of our rope. And Highrock has been just an incredible blessing to our family and to me. And one of the greatest things about it has been, it's just been, like I said, everything that we had moved out to the Boston area for, from the Chicago area, everything that we had hoped that Beacon would be, even, having a network of churches and having, people serving in their giftedness and all these kind of things. Everything that we had hoped Beacon would be is what Highrock was and is. And in fact, it's interesting. Some of the people who had a kind of a connection to Beacon Community Church before I even came out ended up becoming part of what eventually became Redeemer, which then became part of Highrock Metro West. So I guess all roads lead to Highrock. But I just have to say, as I'm reflecting on today about the ways that I'm grateful for Highrock, I have to say that for my family, for my marriage, for me as an individual, for having a rich way to serve God and serve people, Highrock has been an absolutely incredible blessing. And I'm even thankful just to have something like a sabbatical where I can be out here and be reflecting on things like this. So that's what I'm grateful for about Highrock, and especially going from being a solo pastor to being part of such a rich, incredible team of people has been amazing.